Well, I don't know where the time went. It feels like yesterday that we were just cruising sailing vessel Moonshine from Prince Rupert, British Columbia to Vancouver, British Columbia. And the summer just flew by, and it's December 1st today. So I don't even know what happened to the summer, and we're right into winter up here in Yellowknife now. I've been really busy with work, so I haven't been able to do much filming. And as you may or may not know, it depends if you follow Facebook, our Facebook page. Devlin got a really great job, and part of her job is now working with the Arctic Council internationally. So she's actually in Iceland. She was in Iceland a week ago, and now she's in Toronto, and she's leaving for Iceland again tomorrow. She's going to Sweden in the summer, or in the new year, and Iceland again, and I think Finland. She's all over the place. She's been over to Whitehorse. So she's really busy traveling with work. I'm really busy at work here and traveling around the territory, the Northwest Territories. But so this video isn't about sailing at all, obviously. I'm standing beside my mountain bike. It's December 1st. We're well into winter. And I have been riding my bike to work and back every day since we got here. I either ride my bike to work or I walk to work. And it's about a 20-minute walk or about a 6 to 8-minute bike ride, depending on the conditions. The coldest temperature I've ridden the bike in to work so far is, with the wind chill, it was minus 39 Celsius. Today's pretty mild. It's only about minus 8 Celsius, and with the wind chill, only minus 15 Celsius. So it's a very mild day compared to some of the temperatures we get up here. Later in the week, it's supposed to get cold again. I think minus 35 Celsius, and with the wind chill, around minus 41 or 42. So I'm going to do a little riding in that. So I don't just take the bike to work and back. I do fun rides as well. And so this episode is really not about sailing, but it's about extreme winter condition bicycle riding. So I've had this bike for a lot of years. I think it's been about 15 years that I've had it, and it's an old Brody, full suspension. It's more of like a cross-country bike. It's not downhill. It's not really that heavy. But it was in Vernon at my parents', and when they came up and had a visit this summer, they brought the bike up for me. So I thought I'll try and ride it right through the winter. I actually haven't driven my car to work yet, except for the 3 a.m. call-outs. I haven't driven the Fiat to work for my regular shifts since we've moved here 9 months ago. So we fill the car up about once every 2 to 2.5 months, and it's just a little tank, so we don't use it much. We're able to walk everywhere, even in the cold weather. But a couple of things I had to do since back to the riding to get the bike suited for the winter conditions, because it's pretty cold here at times, as you know. I've put studded tires on the bike, so they're I think it's pronounced Schwalbe. That's the brand, and the model is Ice Spiker Pro. So they're really aggressive tires. They're titanium studded tires, so I'm not sure if the camera can pick that up, but each one of these little lugs has a stud in it, and the material is titanium. So really happy with these. Right, the first day I rode it down the hill on my way out of the house here, I had both feet out. I was really nervous, and when I hit the brakes, it was like stopping on dry pavement, and I was on ice. Well, basically it's hard packed snow, and it's just layered thick, so it's like ice. So that's the one upgrade I made. They were about $150 Canadian each, so they're not super cheap, but you know, I want to be safe. And you could not ride a bike on the roads or paths here without studded tires. You could, but you're going to be wiping out and out of control. Just not an option. The other thing I did, so that was to address the traction and the safety aspect of not wiping out all the time. And now another thing I added to the bike was bar mitts. So these are the 45 North brand. And I think they're called Cobra Fists, but they're insulated. They have vent openings if you get warm, and they just attach right onto your handlebars. So all of my shifting and my brakes and everything are all inside here now. And they have a foam insert here that I had to cut to sort of make it fit, and it gets velcroed around so there's no wind coming in here. I have a light, obviously, for this time of year. I'm riding to work in the dark and home in the dark. But these are great. With minus 15 with the wind chill today, and even minus 25, I just wear these little tiny neoprene gloves. That's all I need when these bar mitts are on. So you don't need a heavy glove at all. I have a slightly heavier glove that I use when it was like minus 39 with the wind chill. I use the slightly more insulated glove. But that's all you need when you're riding with these things on. So, because of course your hands are the things that get the coldest. But I have not had cold hands once since I've had these on. This is what I've got for my bike. This is what I use to commute with, and my plan is to just keep riding right through the winter in Canada's Arctic. So it's possible. You can do it if you have just a few things that can help you get through it. The one thing I noticed when I was in minus 39 was that the derailleur at the back, it just had a hard time shifting. I think it was so cold, and if you get any kind of debris in there, like snow debris, it just freezes up. So the gears were a little slow to shift. The brakes worked fine. They don't have disc brakes. They're just the traditional brakes pads on the rims. But they were fine. No issues there. And I'm not doing high speeds anyways. So that was the only issue, and I don't know how you would get around that. I've heard like after about minus 45, the bike starts, it just doesn't work properly. Like the oil on the chain just can't keep up because it is so cold. But I'm going to try. I'm going to push it. I know later this week there's supposed to be some really cold temperatures, so I'll go for a ride. But today I'll take you for a quick little ride into town and back, just to show you the path I normally take to work, and maybe I'll ride down into Old Town and just come back. So nothing extreme in terms of like the terrain, but extreme in terms of the weather. Although today's a nice day. The one challenge I've had is that my GoPro, I need to make a little jacket for it or an insulating case for it, because the cold temperature just sucks the battery life really quick. Even my DSLR that I'm filming with now, when we're photographing northern lights, like sometimes it'll last 20 minutes a battery and then it's done because it's minus 40. So that's the challenge. So today is not so bad. It's about minus 15 with the wind chill. So I should probably get about 20 minutes out of the GoPro battery on a full charge. And that should be enough. I'll bring some extra batteries with me. I'll keep them inside on this coat. I wear this fleece and then an outer coat. So I'll keep them warm until I need them, and then I'll have to switch them out. And yeah, so just going to show you guys what it's like to ride in Canada's Arctic in the winter and in really cold temperatures. So as you can see, not too cold today, only -9, and with the wind chill -16.
Looking quite beige, got me deep in the haze. There's no more compassion, no. Raise me, I need something fast, I need something to last and give satisfaction, no.
Well, good morning. It is December 4th, and I'm just about to head out to work. It's going to be a really dark ride because the sun doesn't rise till after 9 o'clock in the morning. And when I ride home, it's already dark too because it sets before 4 o'clock. Anyways, I just thought I'd show you guys. I'll record my ride to work, but here's the temperature this morning. I'm not sure if the camera can see that. It's minus 30 degrees Celsius, and with the wind chill, it's minus 41. So the coldest I've ridden my bike to work so far has been minus 39. So this will be a new cold record for me at minus 41. So we'll see if the video turns out because it's going to be dark. But I thought I'd just record it and throw it into this episode to show you that it's possible to ride the bike that you've seen in the previous clips with the proper gear and proper tires, and you can do that in really cold temperatures. So my goal is to ride right through the winter, no matter how cold it gets. But I'm sure that at some point things like the chain oil will start having issues. So before I do, because it'll get to a temperature where those things will just stop working properly. Anyways, we'll see. So minus 41 with the wind chill, and I better get dressed and get to work.
Down in the dungeon is all we know, where the shining light, we never go into the open. As far as you can see, it's wasting there, a big bright destiny. Don't you feel like breaking free? Open your eyes, embrace what you see now. Don't you feel like cutting loose? Yeah, cutting loose, cutting loose. I'm alive, I do or die. My mind stretched out on the canopy. My dreams getting bigger than you and me. I'm alive, I do or die. Taking the lead, now I'll never agree. My dreams getting bigger than you and me. I reach for the summit, calling for you. I close my eyes, can you feel it too? Don't wanna be alone when I got you. Escape with me, let me fall into you. Don't you feel like breaking free? Open your eyes, embrace what you see now. Don't you feel like cutting loose? Yeah, cutting loose, cutting loose. I'm alive, I do or die. My mind stretched out on the canopy. My dreams getting bigger than you and me. I'm alive, I do or die. Taking the lead, now I'll never agree. My dreams getting bigger than you and me. I would die for you. I would die for you. I would die for you. I'm alive, I do or die. I'm alive, do or die. I'm alive, I do or die. My mind stretched out on the canopy. My dreams getting bigger than you and me. I'm alive, I do or die. Taking the lead, now I'll never agree. My dreams getting bigger than you and me.
there we go. That's my ride to work, and not too bad. These gloves actually are a bit warm, so I'll wear my light ones going home. And whew, pull on the bare hands. But yeah, not a bad ride. The path is really rough right now. It's normally better maintained, so it's a little slower going in the rough stuff. But that's it. Minus 41 with the wind chill Celsius. Sorry about that. Well, I just stopped to check the battery in the GoPro. I don't know when the battery died, but that was a full battery when I left work, so in these temperatures it does not last long for the GoPro. I have to get a little cozy for it or something to keep it warmer. But yeah, it's about minus 39 Celsius right now with the wind chill, and I'm just riding home from work. I went a little further just to show you guys more of the trail. I'm not sure how much you can see in the darkness, but I'll just turn around and go back to where I would normally turn off, because that probably didn't record. So anyways, I will keep going and see when I get home.